Hey guys, so back here on the video today. We are gonna do a pen text engine. So what I have so far is 95 costumes. This is just to have like a database of what everything is. So we have all the numbers from 1 to 0. We have a blank costume, right? And the title is a space, just one space, alright? It's very important. Then we have the whole alphabet, right? Uppercase and lowercase. That's also important. Then we have lots of punctuation. I'll probably just put this in the description below. But yeah, it's basically just like how many costumes? 95 costumes. Alright. And an important thing is that you keep the costume name the exact same as what's inside the costume. Alright. So that's a very important part. Yeah. So that's really it, and let's get started. So basically, so the reason I'm making this video is because my score counter video got a lot of attention at the time of recording this. It has 334 views, so it's my best video ever. I think this is about 4 months ago. So this is like my best video ever, and I was like, okay, let me just make a continuation. After this video, I'm probably gonna be uploading the clone text engine. And then after that, I'm also going to be doing a comparison, right? Which one is better for you. So yeah, let's hop right in. So for an engine to be an engine, right? What's required is it has to be like easy to use, all right? So it could be, so basically it could be something as changing some variables, inputting some information, using a custom block, right? So we're gonna do a custom block today, all right? That's gonna be the whole engine. It's very, very simple. So what you want to do is you want to click on Make a Block under the My Block section, and let's just make it. So you can do type string, all right, and then you can have a string right here, and then with spacing of, right, and some spacing right here, and then you want to choose size, all right, and then input of size, and we want x and y coordinates. All right, so now we've got a whole. So we're just saying what string, right? So text or number, whatever, right? And then some spacing, right? How much spacing between every character, and size. All right, so how large should be with the x and y coordinates of the first character. We want to run this without screen refresh. So let's go ahead and yeah. So I'm not gonna explain what this is really used for, right? Again, that'll be in the comparison video, and by the time you're watching this, that'll probably be out because I will be trying to upload the comparison and clone text engine video as fast as I possibly can. Yeah. So now we have the custom block. Now what? Well, this is a pen text engine, so you obviously want to get the pen extension. So we click on the extension button and let's get a pen extension. And we want to start with erasing all, right? So that way we start with a clean slate and we don't, draw over what's already existing, right? And then we want to show the sprite, alright? We want to set our size to size, alright? The size input, just drag that out. So now so we can input the size and it'll be that size. Then we want it to go to the x and y coordinates, alright, when we start. So basically this is some setup that will be using the inputs that we have placed. Alright, and we want to make a variable called counter, alright. So it'll just, allow us to count like how many times we have looped, alright. So you want to set that to 1. Actually, not 0. So set that to 1. And now we're going to use a repeat loop, alright? Now, how do we know how many times we want to repeat, right? So there's actually an operator made just for this, alright? It's called length of, alright? So that way it'll let us repeat the length of something, right? So it could be a length of a variable, an input, anything, alright? So in this case, we're going to be using length of string, alright? So however long our string is, right, however long whatever we're typing in here, right, is, that will, we're going to take that, turn it into a number, and repeat that many times in this loop. Now this is the actual engine part, alright? So what we want to do, this is going to be really easy, alright? We want to switch costume to, let's go back to operators, letter 1 of apple, right? We're going to drag that out. Now this is where the counter variable comes in, right? Because every time we do this, right, we're going to change counter by 1, alright? So then so that will allow us to select, right, every single character inside the string, alright? So we're going to do switch costume to counter of string, alright? So that will allow us to choose every single letter of string, alright, and, you know, display that. So then after that, we want to stamp that, okay, and you want to change X by spacing, okay? So change X by spacing, and then you want to change counter by 1, so that way it can continue the cycle, alright? And after that, you want to hide the original sprite, right? So that way this all shows up. Alright, that's really it. That's the whole thing. That's all of today's tutorial. Let's go ahead and test it out. So you can just do a one green flag clicked, right? And then drag it out. So one green flag clicked, we can type, let's say, hello world, alright? With a spacing of, let's just say, 6, right? Maybe size of 100, X, So for X, you can just, you know, just drag the sprite here, wherever you want. Alright, so, okay, so let's just do -212 and Y of 92. Alright, now see, I just moved this back over here, alright? Now, watch me, I'm going to click the green flag, alright? And, oh, okay, so it's a bit messed up. So we can just increase the spacing, alright? And you can see results instantly, alright? So maybe, how about 13? Alright. 14. Yeah, so 14, that was good enough. Yeah, so like certain characters are a bit larger, so the spaces kind of gets messed up. And you can see it's also a little bit pixelated, because that's just the problem with Stamp, alright? But if we go to turbowarp.org, let's just do that right now. Go ahead, paste your project link in here, click enter, let it load up. Alright, and we'll click advanced, okay, and try turning on high quality pen, alright? So what that does is, because TurboWarp itself is just a Scratch mod, right? It makes things run faster, and it turns into JavaScript, alright? So basically all you, you can just, you know, just go ahead, there's also some settings, right, that we can use, right? So basically there's a bunch of these, right, and one of them is high quality pen, because there's an issue with pen where it stamps in bitmap, right? But this allows you to stamp in a bit higher quality. So let's watch this. It's the same thing. Whoops. Right, I guess it didn't. Oh, I forgot to save it. Yeah. Reload that, and let's just see. It should work out. Look at that. It's perfectly clean, right? So crisp. Again, just stamping in vector as best as it can. So, if you decide to use this kind of text engine, you could always, you know, tell people to go on TurboWarp instead, right? Put a link in the notes and credits or instructions, and, you know, they can just go to that and have a better experience. So yeah, if you want, right, we can do forever, right? A forever loop, right? Type string, whatever we want. All right, we keep it hello world, and then we can actually make it go to our mouse pointer, alright? Because the way this works, right? Because unlike the clone text engine, this pen text engine allows us to update faster, right? So it's more, again, more used for counters, things like that, right? Clone text engines have a different kind of use case. So if you go ahead and click it, right? Look at that. The first letter always goes to your mouse pointer. Alright. Say let's try putting in counter. Right, it'll probably just show 1, but still. Oh, shows 2, interesting. Okay, so yeah, like that. Or, just make another variable, okay? And, okay, so we have it showing up right there, right, so you can see it. And let's just swap that out. And we can change the variable by 1, alright, every time it loops. So you can see, alright, it's really accurate, okay? Let's go ahead and run this in TurboWarp. Alright, look at that. So you can see it's also a little less lag here, a bit faster, cleaner. Alright, yeah, it's cool. So yeah, this is how to basically this is an extension to the score counter video, and yeah, that's really all I got for today. And I'll see you next time. Bye.